Today, we're diving into the world of unforgettable sports moments. But not just any moments, we're counting down the top 10 sport fails of all time. From hilarious blunders to jaw-dropping mistakes, these incidents will have you shaking your head in disbelief. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's dive right into the action. Number 1. Greg Norman, 1996 Masters. He had a 6-shot lead over his playing partner Nick Faldo going into the final round of the 1996 Masters. Norman had been in the lead in all 4 major championships a decade earlier, but the only one he was able to win was the 1986 British Open. Norman's wedge shot missed the 9th hole by 30 yards and rolled back. Bogey was the beginning of the end for him. Norman committed 3 straight bogeys and then a double bogey. Norman has dropped 6 strokes on as many holes in under 20 minutes. He was defeated by a score of 5. Number 2. The 1992 Houston Oilers, January 1993 NFL Wildcard Playoffs. 1992 season. At the beginning of the third quarter, the Oilers, widely regarded as the best team in the league, had a 35-3 lead over the Buffalo Bills. As one Houston radio commentator put it, "You could pretty much turn the lights out on the Bills right now, because the lights are on here at Rich Stadium and they've been on since this morning." After a touchdown run by Kenneth Davis, Bills kicker Steve Christie recovered his own onside kick, and the team scored 4 plays later to make the score 35-17 with half of the third quarter remaining. Christie's field goal in overtime, following an interception, took the Bills to their 3rd consecutive Super Bowl, all losses, despite backup quarterback Frank Reich throwing for touchdown passes in the second half. It's the biggest comeback victory in NFL annals. Number 3. The 1986 Boston Red Sox World Series. With the bases empty and 1 out remaining in the bottom of the 10th inning, Boston's pessimistic fans dared to believe for the first time in 68 years. The Red Sox were leading 5-3. After 2 outs, Ray Knight drove in Gary Carter with a single, reducing the Mets' lead to 2-1. The tying run, batted in by Kevin Mitchell, scored after catcher Rich Jedman dropped Bob Stanley's 2-2 pitch to Mookie Wilson because it was too far inside. Wilson, with the bases loaded and 2 outs, fouled off 2 pitches before hitting a slow roller that slid between the legs of first baseman Bill Buckner, allowing the winning run to score and sending the elated Knight into a frenzy of celebration. The Mets came back from a 3-0 deficit to win the 7th game 8-3. Number 4. Gene van der Velde, the 1999 British Open. As he teed off on the final hole of the final round, van der Velde needed only a par to become the first Frenchman to win the Open since 1907. Van der Velde's drive veered off into the rough, but instead of playing it safe, he aimed for the green with a 2-iron. His errant shot ricocheted back into the knee-high rough after striking a grandstand on the right. He decided against taking the safe route and instead took aim at the green, only to send his ball poorly into a creek. In the end, he faced Scottish golfer Paul Lawrie in a playoff, and lost. Number 5. Roberto Duran vs. Sugar Ray Leonard, November 1980, in New Orleans. In a match in June of 1980, Duran insulted Leonard, the boxing world's golden boy at the time, and then soundly destroyed him. In the rematch, Leonard used his speed to his advantage and defeat Duran. After mocking Duran in the previous round, Leonard landed a vicious right uppercut on him in the 8th. Turning around, Duran walked to his corner while stating, "No Mars." Some people afterwards claimed he actually said something different, such as, "I do not want to fight this clown." Number 6. The 2003 Chicago Cubs National League Championship Series. With the series tied at 2 games apiece and only 5 outs remaining, the Chicago Cubs might end their long championship drought and become the first team from Chicago to win the World Series since the 1945 Yankees. Shortstop Alex Gonzalez botched an inning-ending double play after fan Steve Botman diverted a ball shot into the bleachers, potentially giving an out to Cubs outfielder Moises Alou. The Marlins won the series-clinching 7th game by scoring 8 runs. Number 7. Jana Novotná, Wimbledon, 1993. Although Graf, on the right, took the first set 7-6, Novotná came storming back to win the second set 6-1 and was now on the verge of victory, up 4-1 in the crucial third set. Novotná was up 40-30 in the sixth game and needed only 5 points to claim the title. Novotná lost the game when she double faulted when serving for the match. Thereafter, her performance deteriorated to the point that she missed a forehand volley and hit an overhead into the net. Graf won the decisive set 6-4 after a string of double faults that lasted less than 10 minutes. Number 8. Dan O'Brien, 1992 US. Olympic trials. Before the Olympics, O'Brien was the decathlon world champion, and he and his adversary, Dave Johnson, were featured in a Reebok commercial. O'Brien fell from 1st to 12th place as he failed to clear 15 feet, 9 inches in the pole vault. He was unable to make it back in time to play in the Barcelona Games. In 1996, he came back and won a gold medal at the Atlanta Olympics. Number 9. The 2004 New York Yankees American League Championship Series. After victories by scores of 10-7, 3-1, and 19-8, the Yankees led their perennial loser arch-rivals, the Red Sox, by a 3-0 count. For the greatest team in sports history, all signs pointed to another trip to the World Series. No baseball team had ever won 4 in a row after losing 3 straight. The Red Sox were down Game 4 when pinch runner Dave Roberts stole second base, forcing Mariano Rivera to blow the save. The Sox eventually tied the game and won it in the bottom of the 12th on a home hit by David Ortiz. They broke the Bambino's curse by winning their first World Series since 1918. Number 10. Dan Jansen, 1992 Olympics in Albertville, France. Jansen was the best speed skater in the world coming into the 1988 Olympics with the record for the 500-meter distance, but he did not win a medal despite being a heavy favorite. Jansen lost his footing in the 500 and finished 4th, missing the world record by over a second. In the 1000, he faltered on the final lap and finished a disappointing 26th. But in the 1994 Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, Norway, Jansen would find redemption. That wraps up our countdown for today. Thank you for joining us on this rollercoaster ride of sports fails. Which one was your favorite? Did we miss any unforgettable moments? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting sports content. Until next time, keep cheering and keep believing in the power of sports.